Hello everyone. I really wasn't going to make a video on this because I didn't really think it was interesting enough for me personally to talk about, considering that most people have already talked about it before. But there's a guy named UltraDavid, and I guess he's the big guy who's like, at least one of the guys who's putting this kind of thing together. There's some sort of esports league thing that's going to be going on. It's going to be televised, and LTG's going to be on it. And I said to myself, okay, that's whatever. And here's the thing. I kind of had this thought in my mind that I don't think these people know who he actually is and what he does, because again, he's one of the people like DSP who thinks that if I ignore it long enough, then it won't exist anymore, right? It'll just get swept up under the rug. But there's one big thing about the internet people don't forget. The internet does not forget. If it's on there, someone's archived it, it's saved, and they're going to talk about it. They're going to post it any way they want to, especially if it's something that they deem as strange or bizarre. Like, I'm not going to read out the tweet, but the tweet has a lot of interesting bits inside of it that the guy even talks about. And the thing I'm probably going to be explaining throughout this whole like reaction is that this guy right here has no reason to lie. UltraDavid. He has no reason to tarnish any reputation that LTG may have had. But LTG is LTG. He handles every situation the exact wrong way and undercuts your already low expectations of him. Now, I've seen the video before, but I don't really like this kind of thing that people do when they change his voice, because for an extended period of time, that's kind of annoying to listen to. But the video itself isn't that long. It's like 5 minutes, so I'm just going to be kind of walking through it, getting out some key points that I want to talk about.
To everybody in this bitch, and I want to say fuck UltraDavid off tops. That's what I will say. From now on, for the rest of my FGC, anything, for the rest of my life is fuck UltraDavid. UltraDavid is a fucking coward. That's all I gotta say. I will be dropping a video on this man tomorrow. I have a video coming for you guys tomorrow talking about, just basically thanking my supporters and everything like that, letting them know what's going on. This is for the people that don't see this live stream. Of course he deleted this tweet. You know when people fuck with you, you know what I'm saying? I'm not here to try to impress nobody, and I'm not going to kiss no one's ass that commentates for a game. I have commentators I like, and I have commentators I don't. And I'm going to tell you guys one thing. When I seen the tweet, I was in disbelief, because I had absolutely no fucking idea. I will be dropping a video going into extent, but I'm just letting you guys know on the IRL stint. I had absolutely no idea that UltraDavid had a problem with me at all. I had no idea that he was so quote-unquote disgusted with me. Like, the dude was literally trying to ridicule me, trying to figure out how he can burn bridges because he's fucking miserable.
And this right here is the biggest issue with Low Tier God. I've read the tweet. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 paragraphs talking about you. Not one did he say he's burning bridges. And if you look on the tweet, again, the tweet's going to be in link in the description. The third paragraph down from the original tweet, the third paragraph down, made on April 5th, he says, this is exactly what he says. The ASL team hadn't picked Low Tier God to purposely foment controversy or whatever. Meaning, they didn't pick you just because they wanted to start anything with you. They just needed more players. That's all. That's reasonable. That's literally reasonable enough to tell someone that they just wanted you to be there because they thought you would be a good example, a good person to be there, a good player to be there. It goes on to say, asked another player who they should invite, and someone recommended you. That's what it says. So they invited him. Alright? And LIRC, they knew about your incident with Viscon, but nothing beyond that. That's the main thing about this. They didn't even know about the other transgressions that you have done in your before or past life. And again, I am fucking right. Most of us are fucking right. No one even fucking cared about you or knew about you before this Viscon thing. And again, it even says here, he has no beef with you at all. And you think that just because that he's pointing all this shit out at you, that he's trying to start things with you just for attention. And he even said this before, so there's no other different context that anyone can take from what he just said. He literally just said because this guy's miserable, he wants to start shit. Specifically him. And this may be his personal, this may be what his personal beliefs are in you, because he probably did more research than all the other guys, and maybe they did too, and maybe they just don't care. I mean, there's that. I mean, but him specifically, this is his tweet. This is what you're reacting to, specifically. So, I don't know. I have no idea what he's going on about, but let's just continue.
And I'll be dropping a video on this guy. I'm in disbelief. Out of all fucking people, we got this dude shooting ridicule. We got this guy out of all people shooting ridicule. I had absolutely no idea UltraDavid had beef. I've shot him a DM before asking him for legal advice. He responded. He could have said, listen, I don't fuck with you. Figure it out on your own. There's just things that he could have let me know, but dude goes on a tirade hating on me. Saying false accusations. Animal abuse? I don't abuse animals. My cat's got on cat collars. Fucking a cabinet full of cat treats. Always fed. They don't even drink water out of a bowl. They have a fucking electronic fountain. Like, I spoil my motherfucking pets.
Now, there is sort of a fine line here, and if I can find it, I will also link it. But it's from a website that I don't want to link because the credibility is going to be a little low. It might be from Kiwi Forums. I need to check that. But there's also a thing that I've read up on Encyclopedia Dramatica. Sorry about that. I got tongue twisted. About how he kind of had this weird thing for animal torture, I believe. Because he, on Facebook, before, this is very early Facebook stuff, where he posts videos, there's one specific image, if I can screen cap it, I will show you, like I said, where there's like a guy holding scissors to a rat's balls or something like that. It's a rat's testicles. Now, he's going to talk about bigotry, and he's going to get it completely wrong, but this thing right here, like I said, if I can prove it, I will, in some sort of way. I will post something in there, and I will let everyone else decide, because that's what this is all about. It's about letting everybody else decide, despite my, I guess, an innate bias. But I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, because I don't know if it's completely true. But there is some sort of, like, images out there. So that has some evidence, but that doesn't mean that the evidence is correct. That's the issue here.
Yeah, this motherfucker's talking about animal abuse, bigotry, and all that kind of shit. Bigotry is some shit that people use when they're inconfident. We're gonna say that word, inconfident with themselves. Bigotry, that's usually something that smaller men say. And I don't mean in size, I mean smaller men as far as ego-wise. Just because I hold myself on a high pedestal does not mean I'm a bigot. I love my motherfucking self. When I look in the mirror, I'm loving what I see. I'm loving what I witness. I'm loving what my two parents fucked. And my mom sat out there on a table for hours and spewed out of her fucking vagina. I'm not some fucking miserable cuck that claims to be a lawyer or whatever the fuck he claims to be. Maybe he's still stuck doing pro bono work. I don't know.
Okay, let me timestamp that for the audio. But he gets everything completely wrong. Okay, so for some reason he confused bigotry with arrogance and egoism. Because loving yourself in the way that he does, that's arrogance. That's being egotistical. That's not bigotry. Whew, let's go on a little field trip. Let us see. So, Googling bigotry. Intolerance towards those who hold different opinions from oneself. So, anybody remember that kind of philosophy video he made? Where he's talking about, oh, well, you know, we were put on this planet and aliens and, you know, that kind of dumb shit that you hear a lot from people. So, what bigotry actually is basically, what the by definition, the intolerance of another's viewpoint, another's ideology. Whenever someone says something, anything remotely different than what he says, he's going to get rid of you. If you go against the grain, his grain, he's going to get rid of you. Ban, IP ban, you're not going to talk ever. He'll literally destroy any chance of you talking to him if you disagree with what he says. That Nash was inspirational, get that ass banned. You said he was good. Anything that he says, if he goes on a rant against someone that he just played, and you say, well, I thought he was good, but blah, 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 blah. It doesn't matter. He'll see that you said he was good. Bye. Go bye-bye. That's what bigotry is. It's the utter intolerance, the vitriol against someone else's opinion. It doesn't have to be dealt with race or religion. Bigotry is an idea. It's this idea that because someone's saying something different than me, then therefore they're too different to where I can't respect them. That's what bigotry is. Now everything in between that, in a broader definition, that's what bigotry actually is. But again, to go on to something else, everything he just said was just dumb, just really dumb. Because again, this is the guy who even said in his tweet that he didn't know about all this. And again, because LTG goes with just ad hominem strikes, the guy didn't even cuss him out at all. He didn't say anything bad. He just said that we didn't want to give any eyeballs or legitimacy to someone with a significant and ongoing history of bigotry, bullying, animal abuse, and other abusive behavior, which he does exhibit. Because LTG is the way he is, he's a narcissist. He can't see that his actions, the things he says to people, have an effect on everyone else around him. He doesn't understand that because it's always about himself. This is what he's thinking of when he made this whole rap. He's thinking of himself rather than other people, and he wants people to send this again, this ad hominem attack to this guy who literally got you a spot on like a televised esports league, and you're literally just lambasting him. Now, if I'm gonna be narrow here and say that, well, even if he said all these things about LTG, then he kind of should have said this in private, right? He should have said this in DMs. If I'm gonna give him any benefit of the doubt, I would say that. But again, this is LTG's reaction to everything. Is to literally feel like his own personal well-being is being destroyed in some sort of way. So he feels like he needs to attack this man based on that. Call him a cuck, call him everything. You have, again, he says he wants people to timestamp it and the cap it. And they did. They really did. Again, you call this man a cuck and shit like that, and it shows that you really have no respect for him. And this is, he tries to make it seems like he's trying to spin it to make it say, well, before this I didn't have any respect for him. But personally, I don't think that's true. I'm sure you didn't care about this man at all. So now you want to have an issue with him when he calls you out on this kind of shit. Which, again, like I said, the internet is a footprint. It's there. It's got to stay. Electronic footprints are going to stay around.
But if you're a lawyer or whatever the fuck you're doing, or you went to law school, why in the flying fuck are you sitting there as a grown-ass man hating on somebody that's trying to grind and get somewhere with their fucking life? You're trying to burn bridges, but it ain't gonna work, you bitch-ass coward. UltraDavid, someone's gonna clip this. You are a coward. Coming from somebody who respected you as one of the classic commentators. I remember when Sajum and Tasty Steve first started hopping on the mic. I was like, yo, where's UltraDavid and Chin? Like, these are the guys I'm used to. I was a fan of this motherfucker. I was a fan of you. But after seeing that you're nothing but a salty, wrinkly, you're losing your hair too, plaid shirt wearing, Wrangler rocking, Coles wearing motherfucker, I'm in disbelief and I don't fuck with you. And there's gonna be a lot of people that don't fuck with you when I drop this video. What you did was you tried to slander someone for absolutely no reason when you had chances. You had a chance in a lobby at final round to say something to me as a man and you didn't because you're a fucking coward. And this is coming from somebody who's confident within himself. You're a fucking coward. If you had a problem with me, you should have said something. You should have sat me down and said something. You want to talk about ESL that was so long ago, and your bitch ass could have came and said something right there, but you're a fucking coward. People that spew shit over the internet and then won't say nothing to you in person, they're cowards. And it's crazy because UltraDavid comes from an era where the internet didn't even exist yet. Shit, I come from an era where the internet didn't even exist yet on that plateau. Yet, this guy's hiding behind Twitter, didn't even tag me, talking shit. I'm gonna drop a video on this guy, that's all I gotta say. I'm gonna let everybody know in context what's up. I'm gonna show the tweets and all that kind of shit. If you guys, you can go look at UltraDavid's tweets right now. He didn't tag me, he said the shit. It's low-key subliminal. Of course I'm gonna see it because it's the FGC and people are gonna hit me up and let me know about it. But the fact that it went on as long as it did and I didn't even know about it, so someone hit me with information is crazy, dude. It's crazy how people will hate on you over the smallest things. Nigga, I'm not playing in a movie. This is a fucking reality show. Bad representation of the FGC. The producers knew what the fuck they were doing. Rewind that shit. If you're here, rewind that fucking shit. That's one thing I can't stand. Is fucking cowards to sit here and call me a bully. I'm gonna go over this fake ass bully bullshit on this video tomorrow too. I'm gonna go over that. I'm gonna go over this fake ass animal abuse shit. Everything he said that he had a so-called problem with me about, I'm gonna go over it in context tomorrow. Literally, I'm going over it in context. I'm not here for some punk ass commentator's respect. You're not the reason why I'm here. You're not the reason why I continue to do what I do or what I'm gonna do when this shit's long gone and over. Anyway, shouts out to everybody who fucks with me. Shouts out to the people who actually rock with me. And like I said, man, you trolls really did a number. What you did was you made it so easy for people to find information and funny videos and shit about me. Thank you. But most of all, thank my supporters. Thank the people with the Covenant jerseys. Thank the people who donate. Thank the people with tees. You're not afraid to rock that Covenant symbol across the chest. You're not afraid to say I fuck with LTG. You're really going against the grain, and there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Of course, trolls are of course they're my biggest fans. Look at the channels out there. These niggas are glued to my shit. Even when I don't post the stream, these motherfuckers are screen cap my shit like they're doing right now. Fine, fucks. If I gave a shit, I wouldn't still be making YouTubes. I wouldn't be doing shit. At all. Well, jerseys are they'll be back on the market come 420. When the show premieres, we'll put the jerseys back on the market, but I'm handling orders right now. But you can cop shit from my Teespring. And if you guys got ladies too, I do have the Covenant tights there for you as well. I didn't get a chance to get to all of your questions because it's too much shit. So if you want to see me answer something, repost it.
I'm gonna close out here after the kind of video's finished. I know it's gonna be longer because again, that's just me. 5-minute video, 10 minutes, 11 minutes. I'm sorry for that. I'm a bastard. Sue me. But I'm gonna say this to him. And I know you watch troll videos. Obviously you do, because someone's gonna sit into you. One of your mods gonna do it, and I know you kind of probably see my videos or any other videos on you. You know for a fact you do, because otherwise you wouldn't bring them up anyway. To you, Low-Tier Guy, fame does not equal infamy. Infamy and fame, they bring in two different types of people. And this is something that I would assume that someone with your kind of intellect, you kind of boast about your intellect a lot, you would understand this. Even by definition, they're completely different in a way. In any complete way, they are completely different. Like I said, they bring in two different types of people. They breed a different type of people as well. You think that just because you're getting any kind of attention, that garners fame. I don't know what you're looking at. If you're looking at subscriber number, trolls actually get slightly more even up there in terms of views or subscribers. So that's kind of stupid. If you're looking at subscribers, I doubt any and all of them actually enjoy your content, because you're sitting at what I believe currently 20K. You can barely bring 200 of those people in for a stream, and when you're not streaming a game that's like Street Fighter, that's even less, because no one wants to watch you play Street Fighter. So I don't know what statistics you're looking at to say this, but it's the truth. This is just basic language, basic English in general. If you're infamous, you're not famous. It's just the fact that while both of those do have a main stake goal, which is there's a high amount of attention on the person. Like I said, that's the only difference between both of them. A famous person, like, for example, I don't watch these people, but I would say Markiplier is famous. You and Darkside Phil are not famous, you're infamous. Like, you breed a toxic community. You have a toxic personality. People are drawn to that kind of thing because they like seeing that kind of thing. People don't watch you because they want to see you succeed. You rage a lot. And while you say, for example, this is another thing I want to get on before I get off this video. While you say that it's all an act, that's the kind of impression you give people. That's the kind of impression that people are going to take from you. You obviously don't like the attention that it gets because you're always angry at it. Again, by this video, even that, you talk about the trolls in a negative light, even though they're coming to your videos and they're making videos about you that are negative in some sort of way, negative to at least to you. If it's all an act, then you shouldn't be getting angry over it at all. I've said this before. If it's all an act, if Low-Tier Guy's just a character, and in real life you're Dale Wilson or whoever you want to call yourself, then there's no reason to get angry at the trolls or anything like that. We do bring you attention, I'll give you this, but again, it's not the attention that you want, because obviously you rant about it all the time. I don't know what the last half of this video is supposed to be. Like, you go on this whole tirade about thank everyone and blah blah blah, even though, like I said, you blew up the situation way more than what it should have been, because I don't know if you did or not, and I'm gonna check because I don't even watch your content and just see what trolls do, obviously. And maybe sometimes I'll watch some shit because someone sends it to me. But I don't know if you actually made a video, but if you did, this is just like the anti thing. This is just like the Viscount thing. This is just like every other person that you've had quote unquote beef with. There's no beef here. There's nothing negative that he said about you that he has not found already. All this isn't information that he's fabricating, UltraDavid. There's none of that. If I'm to leave this video off, I'm just gonna say this as a look at this as a non-detractor. Just for 1 second, dude. If you even look at this, don't try to do anything like this again, because you don't understand it. If you do not understand, I'm saying this plainly, that there's certain people you don't mess with in this world, right? And this may be the first time you might make a video on someone else who does this kind of thing, and you're gonna realize that you're messing with forces you can't like deal with at all.